Virginia Congressman Scott Rigell has left life on the shores of Virginia's beaches to come to Washington and fight government spending.
I feel very strongly in the principle of leadership by example. I learned that at Parris Island in 1978 from those young drill instructors. There was not one thing that they didn't ask of us that they did not first do themselves. And I think that principle is largely absent in this body, in Congress.
Rigell says he is trying to change Congress and not let them change him. His first bill introduces the idea of reforming the government retirement program.
The first step to me was to introduce the Lead by Example Act. It's been well received, and it's a very simple bill. What it says is that for the Thrift Savings Plan, which is somewhat like a 401k, that members of Congress enjoy, where they can get up to a 5% match. If they put in 5%, the taxpayers put in an additional 5%, that the only way and the only time that members could receive that is when the deficit for the year coming up is less than the prior year. It can just be by $1. I wanted to make sure it was achievable, or else, frankly, we wouldn't get any support.
The Virginia lawmaker says his idea is performance-based.
If we fail the American people and the deficit rises, then just like in the private sector, no bonus.
He realizes that he has to do something with his fellow leaders to save us from financial catastrophe.
I live on the Chesapeake Bay. It's a great privilege, and every now and then we'll put out our crab pots off our porch and throw in a chicken neck or something like that, and a couple days later you can pull up and you have maybe 15 or 20, if you're lucky, crabs. And as you pull them up onto the dock, and they're all fighting each other. They're just fighting each other, and I'm sitting there thinking, man, if they only knew what's about to happen. And when I open up that little gate to throw them in the pot, if they were smart, they'd say, you know what? Our only hope here is that as soon as he opens up that little gate, we're all going to attack him, and maybe 4 or 5 of us will end up back in the water. And I really think that's what we're doing now, is we're just sniping at each other, and we're not listening in some sense. And if something's got to give here.
The congressman says he has been looking at balance sheets for decades. Prior to his career in politics, he ran auto dealerships. Frank McCaffrey, Americans for Limited Government.